Hello, YouTube. All right, we haven't actually begun the rebuilding process yet on this RV, which I still haven't named. Maybe I need you guys to help me name it. My initial thoughts are to name this RV White Knuckle. Because that's how it felt driving this thing down from Orlando or away from Orlando to Brevard County. Now, John, the owner, did kindly throw in the upholstered cushions and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out where everything goes. So even though everything is still messed up, like the walls and whatnot, I am trying to place where all the curtains and cushions, not curtains, but cushions and stuff goes, all the major components. So I'm trying to reassemble the jigsaw. This is all going to have to be repaired. It has to be taken out and replaced or whatever. But for now, I'm just reassembling everything so I don't have a big cluttered mess in here because I don't have room to store all this stuff while I'm working. He had a warehouse where he could put all these things. I don't have that. So I'm going to have to work on the fly. That means I'm going to have to work while I'm living in it. So my plan is to kind of figure out where everything goes, put it back where it belongs, even though, the repairs obviously didn't get finished. He didn't finish them yet. That's why things look like they do, the previous owner. So I'll get everything back where I think it belongs and then start working from one end of the RV towards the other. Well, mainly working in a pattern like that, where I'm working from one end towards the other. My main thing will be to seal all the leaks, because that's obviously the most important. And I've got some ideas on how to handle a possibly leaky roof on the RV. So I don't know yet if it's all going to work. I have just some rough ideas because obviously I have the constraints of a budget of nothing. So, because pretty much all the money that was raised for the GoFundMe and then some was put into buying this RV, because we raised a total of about $1,000 or so between the GoFundMe and the PayPal. And it cost me $1,200 plus about $70 in gas just to get it here. Then tax tag registration is going to be another $300 or so, a little bit over $300. So we're looking at about $1,600 to $1,800 just getting it to this stage, getting it to here. About $1,600 so far, $1,700, and I was able to get it because I had some money that was in reserve that I tapped into, my own reserve, as well as all the money from GoFundMe and the PayPal to get us to this point where we got the van here. So I still got to finish the registration process, but then, there's no money for repairs. So that's what we're working with right now. That means using some creativity and seeing what I can recycle and what I can salvage, and how to go about doing this in a methodical fashion so that, it's livable, but isn't going to keep leaking and destroying itself. So obviously all these watermarks and stuff are here because there were leaks. So I'm in process right now, playing through my mind what I'm going to do to restore this RV without spending too much money and staying within my capabilities, because that's the one thing you gotta, what you can and cannot do yourself personally. Some people would gut this whole thing and redo everything, but they obviously have more skills than I do, more budget than I do. I have virtually no budget right now, so that means reusing what I can, and just, I guess the main thing is to secure the thing and make it usable. Then work on the nice things, like trying to make everything look nice, which thankfully it had nice looking upholstery. I don't know if this was reupholstered. He said it was reupholstered, but I see some paint on here, so I don't know if it was reupholstered or just he meant in the upholstery. But he may have reupholstered it. If he did a really good job. I like the color scheme. It's a beautiful blue. But I'm trying to figure out what those big pieces are. But this mattress is really comfortable. It's really thick. So now at least I have some soft cushy seats to sit in. And the tabletop there is kind of rotted, so that's going to need to be redone, but I'm going to keep it as a template to cut a new tabletop countertop to put over here, because I had thought about gutting the whole thing out, but then I was like, I don't have the budget. I don't think I have the expertise and the time. So it may be best to try to keep the current layout, which is not a bad layout. It has a front cab area. Then it's got a little bench seat, which I think can convert to a bed. Then it has a little table dinette that could sit 2 to 4 people. I guess 4 skinny people or 2 bigger people. So... And it has a little table. You can see the little the little leg resting that'll make it stand up and go across. So this will be my little dining area as well as a workspace. So I could have a little work area where I can actually, once I get power and everything working here, I can actually sit and work and use it as an office space, sort of, as well as dining. So that's really nice. And then the living room area is right here. So possibly mount the TV or something here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. If you mount the TV here, then you can't eat and watch it if you're on this side. If I mount it over there, I could mount it back there, along that wall there. If it's not too big, a smaller TV. You can watch a little TV. Maybe the 19-inch from Little Blue 2 can be moved into here. That might be a good spot right there, actually, for a 19-inch TV. Because then everybody sitting here could watch TV conceivably. You could eat and kind of watch TV. I mean, this person would have to kind of turn around. But you could watch TV from here. And it might be a good spot. Because that means even if you're in the bunk area sleeping, you can watch TV from across the room. I think it'll hold up to a 24-inch. But a 19-inch is what I have, and that's what I'll probably put there, unless I buy a 24-inch. What to do. But that's further down the line. I think the main thing right now is just getting all the components here. The upholstery back where it belongs. Figuring out where everything goes and clearing an area here so I can actually work, so... But yeah, this is very exciting. I just swept stuff onto the ground, didn't even clean yet, but I got to pick up some garbage bags. My goal is within the next day or two to try to get this to become livable. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, but get it to the point where I can come inside and not be like this, because this is kind of overwhelming. When you walk in and you just see a mess everywhere. I mean, this is worse than it was when I first bought the RV and it was kind of empty. But I'm grateful that they gave me the upholstery, because that saves a lot of money. And not only that, it looks like a nice upholstery. I mean, it's sturdy, and it's better than what I could have done by myself. I'm not very good at upholstery. I don't even know how. That's how not good I am. So having that, of course, he didn't finish, or pieces are destroyed. It looks to me like that long piece might be for the bunk area. So I'm going to try to lay it out, see where everything goes, and assuming I have all the pieces, because if I don't, I'm going to have to replace some pieces. Assuming I have everything all here, and I'm not missing anything, that would be very nice. If I'm missing some stuff, we're just going to have to play it by ear and try to get our own pieces to match as best as possible. Obviously, trim and stuff like this is going to, probably need to be redone to make it look nice, because like right now it's all just everywhere and ripped apart. And I don't know what his initial plans were, but everything's kind of ripped up. I think he was going to gut it out and then just got overwhelmed, and probably just didn't have time, because life has a habit of doing that to you. So for him, I'm talking about the owner before me, probably has a home. So for him, this was a project. For me, this is not just a project. It's reestablishing at least a home, if not a sticks and bricks, a little tiny home on wheels. So I'm going to finish this. I have to. And so if you ever want to know what can motivate you to do things and get things done, having to do it. It's a very good motivation. I bought it. I'm planning on living in it. I'm planning on making this nice enough for my family to live in with me, so it's not gonna look all junky or anything. I hope to have it nice. I'm gonna replace all the carpeting here. I'm gonna cut all this out because carpeting is just, even though this carpet doesn't look too bad, but I'm planning on cutting out all the carpeting and replacing it with linoleum, flooring, probably linoleum, or those wooden slates like we saw at Ollie. Was it Ollie? Or some other store if I can buy them on discount. So I haven't decided yet, but I know the budget's going to be very low because we're trying to do this in a low budget, but we want it to look nice. The cabinets here, I don't know if I'm going to refinish them, or probably the easiest thing to do would be to paint everything, and I'm going to work with the existing colors, which is light blue, which is kind of fitting, I think, moving from little blue to this vehicle having blue inside, although we may not have so much red in this vehicle. Now, I don't know what this piece is, so maybe you guys can tell me. This looks like an extra piece. I don't know what that is. It goes somewhere. I guess we'll figure it out. This looks like a bug or something. Just dead things. Leaves. So, that's where we're at. Figure out where these valences go. I guess this goes over a window. I'm learning. So, I guess for those of you who don't know either, you're going to be learning along with me if you follow the series. So, until next time, everyone, take care. God bless you all. Hopefully, when you see me, I'll have a little bit more done. Eventually, if I can get the camera set up, you can actually see me trying to do the restoration. Right now, we're not trying to restore. We're just moving things back where they belong. Sort of. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.